I'm Fredrik Leilani, and I'm the filmmaker.
And I'm Leilani Farha, and I'm the advocate.
And this is Pushback Talks Summer Special, where we play with words, me and Leilani, and we call it Word Food. Leilani, are you ready?
I feel like I'm on a game show.
You are.
I'm ready.
Let's go.
Here's my word for you, Fredrik. Human.
Human. Human scale? I like that. To build a city for people, not for cars. I like that. Human scale. Human rights, that I think should be for all humans, not only for people from a special race or religion or so. I think that's a good thing. And I think that's a problem we have on the planet. And I think a lot of people are right now understanding that human rights are not for all. I mean, I think that's what happened now in the US with all the protests against ICE. Because you have politicians that, to make political points, are destroying people's lives happily, just locking up people. And, creating so much sadness for human families.
I'm going to stop you there. You said human families, and that's what I was thinking when I came up with the word human, because the Universal Declaration of Human Rights says right at the beginning that we are all part of the human family, and as such, we all have inalienable rights. In other words, rights attached to us because of our being human, and we're all part of one family. Sure doesn't feel like that right now. It seems like some people are part of the human family with rights, and some people are exceptions, unfortunately.
Yeah. I had a coffee this morning and a friend, and we talked about Israel's attack on Iran, and of course then he said we can't repeat the Israeli talking points that the Iranians don't have the right to have weapons. I mean, because the Israelis already have nuclear weapons. So
Exactly.
It's like, is it only dark-skinned people who don't have the right to have guns? It's like this balance is coming back and forth all the time. And I think we should keep the focus. And I just wrote a little story in a Swedish newspaper about Greta Thunberg, who is a great human.
She is.
But she is she's now 22, but she came out saying, listen to science, about the climate change. And now when she turned herself into a Palestine activist, she says, listen to international law, follow international law. It's very simple messages, and it's very human. So,
yes.
and that's also language. We talk about language in our podcast. Greta is good with language, to formulate something that we can all, stand behind.
Yeah, she's excellent. She's excellent. And she makes this beautiful connection and says, unless we follow international law, we won't have a healthy planet. We won't save the planet, and we won't save Palestinians. And she's just making these connections.
Okay.
The human family.
So I have to turn something back to you then.
You do.
And this will actually be 3 words in one.
Uh-oh.
Walk the dog.
I do it every morning.
You do it every morning,
Except when I'm traveling, which I am right now. Then I walk my sister's dog, but not every morning. Walk the dog. That is what I do every morning, except Sundays. No, except Saturdays, excuse me. My dog is Bean, and it is my moment to reflect on the world. I try not to be on my phone. I try to walk in the forest and by the river and connect with the planet and remind myself that the world can be okay. It's very grounding for me. I often look up at the sky and the treetops. Yeah, that's what I do when I walk the dog.
Good, that's nice. I thought you were going to say that Netanyahu is walking the dog with Trump, you know, or the Epstein files actually was, Mossad putting pressure on, also walking the dog with Americans. But okay, but it's good.
I took it very literally, my friend. Very
I like
literally.
that. I like that. I think we should all walk our inner dog. We should get out and just listen.
Walk out the dog.
Listen to the sounds of the nature, of the wind and the trees and the birds. And maybe I am close to the sea, you know. Listen to the waves touching the shore. I think that's important also for an advocate and a filmmaker.
Yeah.
We also need to just listen to life and to walk our inner dog.
Yeah. I'll say one more thing. It is an obligation. I have to walk the dog. If I don't walk the dog, there will be a mess in the house. And no one else walks the dog in the morning. So it is an obligation. And so I made it sound a little healthier or something. There's always two sides to something. I mean, I often resent it's minus 20 in the winter and I have to walk the dog. So there is that side to it. But no matter what, even though it can be an obligation, once I'm out the door and I'm down the path, it always feels great.
But that's like fighting back, you know. Fighting back is something you have to do. And when you do it, you feel better.
That's right.
We push back, Leilani. And that's why we do this podcast.
So if you like our podcast, you have to let us know. Please send us comments, rate us. I think that helps promote the podcast. And tell your friends about us. We need more listeners. And we need a little bit of love, too. Love can come in the form of money. If you want to give us a little money every month, you can go to patreon.com, look for Pushback Talks. Every euro, every pound, every dollar buys Fredrik a cortado. No, it helps us produce the podcast. Otherwise,
that's great.
We do it for free.
See you soon.
Bye.
See you next week.
2 more words.
2 more words. Bye.
Pushback Talks is produced by WG Film. To support the podcast, become a patron by going to patreon.com/pushbacktalks. Follow us on social media at make_the_shift and push_the_film. Or check out our websites, maketheshift.org, pushthefilm.com, or breakingsocialfilm.com.